Have you built your own campervan and requested the DVLA to change the body type only to get it rejected or changed to a van with windows rather than a motor caravan? Well, the DVLA gets their asses smacked in this episode of Motorhome and Campervan News. Hi, I'm Ads. You can find links to all the news articles in the video description. Over the last few months, we've had the usual motorhome news, including campervans using coach parking bays, such as this car park near Barmouth Beach in Wales. The coaches were given the only option to block in every vehicle and cause a ton of mayhem. We've also had reports of changes to the highway code, which will get you a heavy fine or points on your licence for doing mundane things such as not using junctions properly, wearing winter clothes while driving, or driving at night with only your daytime driving lights on. But in this episode, I want to talk about another common news item that comes up time and time again, and that is emptying toilet waste into the countryside. Don't skip, because you're going to need to hear this. Reported on two separate occasions by North Wales Live and Cumbrian News, the beautiful Black Rock Sands beach near Morfan Barcan, I'm sure I mispronounced that, is overrun by motorhomes and campervans staying overnight. The residents are up in arms because the gated drive-on beach, with hefty fines for staying overnight, doesn't stop vanners staying overnight, but also van owners are emptying their waste on the beach. One of the articles reports that one of the beach wardens witnessed a vanner emptying their cassette in full view, and the owner's response was tough. Now, we've been overnight parking ourselves, and finding places for filling up your water and emptying your tanks is a problem in the UK, and a small number, and I mean a small number, of campsites don't even have emptying facilities. I don't know of any public places that allow you to do this. I know that some Scottish councils are adding places around the NC 500, and the Camping and Caravanning Club have a scheme where you can pay a few quid to use the campsite's facilities, but general public emptying places just don't exist. Our options are limited. You can either stay on a campsite, take your waste home with you, which isn't possible in the middle of your holiday normally, don't use your onboard toilet, or find a place to empty it. But what can be done? How about a law or ruling or something to get all the campsites to allow vanners to empty the waste for a small fee, or even free, right? But how do we go about doing that? Maybe a petition or something? As a group of like-minded, decent campervan and motorhome owners, is there anything that we can do as a group? If you have any ideas or know how to go about implementing laws, then drop us a comment in the doobly-doo. And I'm interested in knowing what your good ideas are, especially. Building your own campervan has become very popular over the last few years, mainly due to the pandemic and successful YouTube channels such as Greg Virgo, Liam the Terrible and Will's Whereabouts, just to name a few. What seems to be the hardest part of the conversion isn't the electrics or the plumbing or deciding what colour to have the cabinets, but instead it's applying to the DVLA to have the body type re-registered from a commercial van to a motor caravan. It seems it doesn't matter what the DVLA advises you to do, they return your logbook with the type change to van with windows. This just leaves people confused and frustrated. Having a vehicle registered as a van with windows rather than a motor caravan means that you can face a number of issues, including higher cost on toll roads and MOTs, having different speed limits, and not being allowed on some campsites. Well, two separate people complained to the Parliamentary and Health Services Ombudsman about the DVLA's bad communication, and they investigated both complaints. One of the people spent £15,000 converting their campervan and submitted the vehicle type change several times based on feedback from the DVLA. even going as far as placing large stickers down the sides reading campervan. One of them said that the DVLA just say it doesn't look like a campervan in traffic, but they don't tell us why not. If they said something like it needs X, Y and Z, then we will do those things, but they won't give us any reason beyond because we say no. The number of successful applicants to the DVLA for changing body type to a motor caravan dropped by 95% from 2,400 to 130 between 2019 and 2020. I've always thought that it was because of the increasing popularity of having a campervan, and the DVLA are trying to restrict how many there are on the roads. I might be wrong though. The Ombudsman found the DVLA guilty of maladministration for not being transparent about what's required to register a vehicle as a campervan and its processes. They recommended that the DVLA apologise to the complainants and give them £100 in recognition of their distress and confusion and frustration. Also to create an action plan about how it intends to ensure there is sufficient detailed information on what is required for a vehicle to be a motor caravan before anyone undertakes a conversion. And to provide the Ombudsman with details on how it intends to make it clear what the process is in determining a body type of motor caravan and how they come to their decision. Hopefully this will allow you van converters to get your self-built campervans registered as a motor caravan. If you've got a self-built with windows, I'd love to know your thoughts and experiences on the matter. Let us know in the doobly-doo. That's it for now. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Now and provide the Ombudsman